everybody, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and we want to say
Thank you
for 3,000 subscribers. I know we're a little late on this. I think we actually hit the mark, last week?
Yeah.
About.
But we wanted to do something special for this, and it actually took us a while to find said video that we were going to react to.
But we decided.
3,000 subscribers special. We decided, since you guys have been asking for it, that we would react to Madoka Magica, the movie 3, Rebellion.
Da-da-da.
Yep. So, yeah, we actually just watched that. So,
There will be a lovely 2-hour-long video in the link in the description below.
yep. And, so yeah, without further ado, let's get to our discussion for it. So, okay, I'm just gonna go over a quick synopsis of what the story was about, which is basically we open up in kind of a like idyllic type world where all of the girls are alive. None of them have turned into witches. In fact, there's no witches in the world, and they're basically a magical girl Power Rangers.
But this is Madoka Magica. That is far too good to be true.
Yeah.
And
So,
it totally
yeah,
is.
as the movie goes along, as it progresses, Homura starts realizing that there's things wrong with the world. And at first she talks to Sayaka about it, and they attempt to leave the city and keep getting redirected back to the city. So Homura realizes that they're stuck in a labyrinth of some sort. A witch's labyrinth of some sort. Yeah, as it goes along, she realizes that, you know, to look for the what's wrong, and one of the things that she finds is the companion of Mami, which is a little witch creature called Bebe.
Baby!
Which is actually the witch that killed Mami in the series, which is hilarious. I mean, awful.
Hilarious, yes.
Hilarious, whatever. So she attempts to torture the creature to see what's happening, and then Mami shows up and they have a nice fight.
Yay!
Amazing.
And then after that, it pretty much starts devolving into Homura figuring out what the actual issue is.
It's her.
It's her. She is turning into a witch, and the incubators stuck her in a some sort of
containment field, some shit.
So that they could observe her without any outside forces.
However, they did allow things to come in, but nothing can go out.
Yeah. So I think in order to save her friends, she resolves to die and become a witch in that containment field, which basically would mean that since nobody can get in there, then she would be stuck in despair for all of eternity. But naturally, the other four team up and save her by breaking the containment field. Then after that, we get a segment where basically all four are coming down. You know, they're going to, I guess, save her soul or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what that part was about.
Ascend her along with them.
But yeah, basically Madoka in her full like god form that she got at the end of the season. She comes down and she goes to, grab Homura basically, and Homura springs her trap and basically removes Madoka's god form and becomes a dark god magical girl herself.
Who's gone full Yandere?
Then
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, then we get an interesting segment where it's basically the opposite of what happened in the series, where Madoka is the transfer student. And then she starts to go Like she starts to lose it or whatever, and the god form starts to come back, and then Homura stops her, and that's basically the end of the movie. It was an interesting movie.
Oh my god, it was interesting.
It was very artsy.
It is entirely about the visuals here.
Yeah, it was a spectacle, to be sure.
That's the one where we keep coming back to and trying to describe these visuals and the quality of which. As you put it
Shaft.
at the beginning of the reaction, Rizzo, Shaft brought their S team.
Yeah, it was Shaft
They got
with a
the
movie
dream.
budget and much more time to work on it than they have to work on the anime series.
There you go.
They pulled out all the stops for it. It is a very visually stimulating movie.
So much to the point where it was very hard for me to concentrate, actually figure out what's going on. It was just
it was so surreal.
That's why I have virtually nothing to say about it except when it comes to the art. I was just fixated on the art.
Yeah.
It's just like a moving art. It's a moving art gallery. This entire movie. I mean, you can turn the subtitles off. You could turn the volume off, and still get some enjoyment out of this. Because to me, that was the main focus here.
Yep. I did like how in the movie they were able to basically bring everybody back.
That was nice to see too, and again, you get to see kind of more what all they can do when they're not getting eaten or turned into witches.
Yeah.
Not getting their asses.
Yeah, you get to see them a lot better than you do in the series. But yeah, I think that's really all I have on it. It was very surreal. Mm-hmm. It was easily the most surreal thing that we've ever watched on Anime Reaction.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was more surreal than the series was. It was more surreal than Flip Flappers, which we're watching this season.
The Flip Flappers, I'd say, then Mary Color's Phantom World, then
Mayoiga,
and that tried.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that we've reacted to, this is far more surreal than.
But that being said, we had a little talk in between the reaction and what we're doing now.
With dinner.
Dinner. Christmas dinner, of course.
Yes, Christmas sushi, of course.
Yeah.
Because weeb.
But
because it was open.
That's more it actually.
But we actually had a interesting topic to come up. A topic came up of where did it fit? It's a nice story. I can grasp what's going on, and I understand where it's going. But was it really needed?
Yeah. I feel for me, it didn't really add anything to the series.
When we left off the series, there was a 10-second clip at the very end where it showed Homura, splaying out demonic wings. Witchy wings. And that was the only real inclination of there being more to the story. If you didn't have that series ended.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But even with everything that we got with the series, I feel that this didn't add anything that I needed in order to make my enjoyment of the series greater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think this was, in my opinion, this was supposed to be a side story focused on Homura. And I kind of have the theory that this was maybe one of her kind of circuits through time that didn't go well. Because it's been mentioned in the series that she's been going through time and time again and having all these different outcomes, but none of them end well, so she has to go back.
I think it was what happened after the end of the series because it had Madoka in god form.
And the only... Sorry, I'm cutting you off there.
No, go ahead.
The only time where you get the old Homura is in the Witch's Labyrinth. That is the only time where you get the time stop ability. outside of that, and even like later on in the witch's labyrinth area, she doesn't have that time stop ability anymore. She has the bow that she had at the end of the series. If that, that bow kind of solidifies that Homura does not have that ability anymore. She cannot pass through time. She can't reset. That is no longer available to her.
Anyway, yeah, basically, as we said, it was nice. It was fun to watch. It was nice to see a little bit more out of the series. But all in all, it just didn't really add anything that I felt was necessary to the story. It didn't even have any character development for any of the characters. It was mostly focused on Homura, but we got enough character development with her through the series.
The only other person I could say that with is Saya. You got to basically see a lot of what happened with Saya. I forgot what the red hair's name was. Kyoko. And Mami. And basically Saya and Mami and the little girl who turned into the witch that ate Mami. Those girls end up going up with Madoka and basically being her assistants.
The Sailor Scouts.
Actually, I think it was actually just Mami and Kyoko, because it said that Sayaka and Bebe were actually assistants to the witch Homura in the labyrinth, and I'm not sure that they were there. It was very confusing, actually, to me. But yeah, basically they're assistants or something now, and then the whole world gets reset.
Homura's a devil.
Homura is a devil, and Madoka is still basically an angel.
But
she seems to still have the power. Like, she could access the powers if something drastic happened, but
as long as she forgets and keeps it repressed, she's just Madoka.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So once again, thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers.
I mean, this has been a crazy year.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
And batshit crazy year.
When we first when we made our first video on January 4th, I mean, that we didn't think anything close to what we have now would happen by this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, maybe we'll have 10, 15 subscribers.
Yeah. So to get to 3,000 within a year, I feel really accomplished.
And I want to put it out there: we've made mistakes, we've gotten behind. We are slowly working on fixing those problems and giving you a better product in the new year.
Yep. So I hope that you guys decide to remain with us in the new year. But so until the new year, I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
See you next time.